guys, I have made this air-fried sesame coconut crusted tofu. It's so crunchy and delicious. You can have them as a snack or put them on a salad or on a rice bowl. Tofu is a good source of protein, and a lot of times when I cook them, usually it's tasty on the outside, but inside it usually tastes really bland. So I have found marinating them before I cook them really helps to get the flavor inside, and it can take as quick as 30 minutes. But of course, the longer the better. If you can marinate them overnight, you will get much more flavor out of it. So this is also my first time to use air fryer to cook tofu, and I am so pleased how well it came out. The color just looks so great. I kind of overcrowded my baking tray, so there's no spacing between each piece. So the color didn't really get on the size of the tofu. But other than that, using air fryer is so much easier to cook them on a stove. It's almost hands-free and it saves so much time. So let's get to it. I use extra firm tofu because it gives firmer texture. Press out the extra water in the tofu. I use paper towels to sandwich the tofu and put a heavy object on the top. I usually leave it for 20 minutes. While the tofu is being pressed, I can start preparing marinating sauce and the dredging mix. For marinating sauce, I use a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, and mix them well. Then I'm gonna make the simple flour batter, which is a 1/2 cup flour and a 1/2 cup water, plus a tablespoon or 2 of water until the batter is runny but not watery, and mix it well. For the dredge mixture, I use a 1/2 cup panko, a 1/4 cup shredded coconut, a 1/4 cup sesame seeds, and mix them well. It's been 20 minutes and a lot of water has come out of the tofu. I'm using extra paper towels to pat it dry. Cut the tofu block into cubes and put them into a container with a lid. And pour the marinating sauce over the tofu. Put the lid on and let it sit for at least an hour in the fridge. The longer it marinates, the better the flavor is. I'm using aluminum foil to cover the tray and spray avocado oil evenly on the foil. Now it's been an hour and the tofu is ready to dredge. I like to use one hand to batter the tofu in the wet ingredients and the other hand to dredge in the dry mixture. Dip the piece of tofu all the way in the batter and dredge it through the panko mixture so it's coated on all sides, and carefully put it on the tray. This combination of batter and dredge mixture can be used on so many ingredients like mushrooms and vegetables. Do that for all the pieces and spray avocado oil on the tofu pieces. And try to get all the sides as well. Bake for 25 minutes in 375 degrees until you get that golden crust on the tofu. I'm using a toaster oven and it's more powerful than the conventional oven. If you're using a normal oven, it might take longer. Lastly, drizzle some sriracha sauce or sweet chili sauce, or just eat it on its own. They're so crunchy and delicious, you can add it to any dishes that you make. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as I did. And I hope your tofu will never taste bland ever again. Cheers!